Is Gabby Gabby going to be the new villain in Toy Story 4? Well, stay tuned because I have a lot of thoughts on the topic. But first, I want to know which new Toy Story character you're most excited to see.
You have McGann, the Fangirl. Make sure you subscribe and check back every week for new fandom videos. If you've seen the Toy Story 4 trailers, and who hasn't at this point, it's not hard to chalk up Gabby Gabby as the ringleader of the villains, or bad toys who are attacking Woody and Bo and trying to force them to stay in the antique shop. But why? What would motivate Gabby Gabby to do that? Personally, I think appearances may be deceiving. If you saw my last Toy Story 4 video on Bo Peep, you already know I pulled some great information out of the Toy Story 4 art book, and while the art book might be misleading and not perfectly match the final product of Toy Story 4, I was very interested in what I read about Gabby Gabby. There is a lot of focus on the design of a Gabby Gabby picture book that shows a little girl playing with that brand of doll and how they're best buddies. The art book also shows a lot of work on a little girl named Harmony, and on page 121 of the digital art book, Harmony looks like the girl in Gabby Gabby's book, so Gabby wants Harmony to adopt her and thinks they're a perfect match. To me, that's very telling of Gabby Gabby's story. Obviously, being in an antique shop, Gabby is an older toy forgotten over time, similar to Woody's Roundup merchandise, and her goal is to get a child to buy her and play with her again. Here's the problem though. Is antique shopping really something we associate with children? I mean, I guess it depends on the child involved, but generally no. Most people stereotype antiques as household-related items like furniture or vases. And somewhere marked as having antiques is not really a place where someone goes to shop for toys, or really would even want to bring a child inside. One misstep by a toddler and boom, mom is on the hook for thousands of dollars of ruined, irreplaceable merchandise. So I have to assume that an antique store is a horrible place for a toy to end up if they want to be adopted by another child. Yet we see quite a few toys in the antique shop. How horrifyingly hopeless they all must feel. So, there's a fair outside, which is going to attract lots of kids near the antique shop. And how can we get them inside to shop for toys? Oh, get more toys in the store. Maybe even put some in the windows if spacing allows. Guys, I don't think Gabby Gabby is a real villain. I think she's another desperate toy looking for love and trying to kidnap toys so that she can lure more children into the antique shop. And by doing that, Gabby raises her own chances of being purchased. Or at least I hope Pixar is going to be clever enough to give us a complicated character over someone wanting to kidnap other toys for no good reason. I guess we'll have to wait and find out for that one. But I also think I know how Gabby Gabby's story arc will end, and this could be a huge spoiler if the art book isn't showing us some abandoned idea, so leave now if you don't want the end of Toy Story 4 potentially ruined. Gone? Okay, so when Gabby starts fixating on Harmony, this flowchart actually expands a little more to show this other little girl in orange. Now, I'm assuming since the heads of these girls are fully sculpted in 3D that they do make it into the final movie, and this diagram is more to help the team decide on which outfit choices are best for the girls. But it's directly implied that Gabby Gabby will end up with this other little girl, even going as far to say that the nameless girl's clothing will complement the colors of Gabby's dress, suggesting that they go together or belong together. And let me draw your attention to how the artist made notes on the girls' outfits and specifically what colors those outfits are to tell the story. People tell me all the time that I'm overthinking details in movies, but I have studied so many different films and I used to write huge college term papers on the nittiest grittiest details that tell a story. Listen, hundreds of people work for years to get every detail in an animated film exactly perfect. And the way people dress and how they're represented with colors is a huge part of that. The art book tells us that Gabby Gabby sets her sights on a girl because she looks like the little girl in her storybook, but she ends up with someone the complete opposite of Harmony. I really hope that stays in the film because we're exploring so many other issues that go against ideas in Toy Story 3, like toys who get given away have these great happy lives with their new owners. So giving Gabby Gabby a switcheroo by having her end up with a different girl, but still a situation where Gabby is loved and taken home and given everything she wants, would really be a beautiful, elegant way to handle the defeat of a villain. Previous Toy Story movies haven't been very sympathetic or kind to their bad guys. Sid gets scarred for life, the prospector left our sight terrified that he'd be mutilated, and Lotso gets strapped to the front of a truck like he's garbage. But everyone has a backstory and a reason for why they act a certain way. I'd prefer a movie that embraces that and attempts to redeem a bad guy, rather than perpetuating the idea that baddies deserve this or that punishment. I have this saying I use where the difference between a good guy and a bad guy is that a good guy works really hard and achieves his goals. A bad guy works even harder and never does. At the end of the day, we're all just people with different motives, good or bad, right or wrong. It's all just perspective. So I may be the first to say it, and I may be proven wrong, but I think Gabby Gabby is a good guy showing us side effects of being in a bad, desperate situation. It might not be reality, but theories are more fun.
Let's see, I am trying to think of a song that I know that would fit for Gabby Gabby, knowing almost nothing about her and being out of all other Toy Story songs to derp around with. Oh, okay. Let's try this one, and this is gonna date people. Yes, it is. Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you'd die, given so much of yourself? It seems the only way. Tell me what you want and I will give it to you, you, 'cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of candy-coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy rain. My love, did you ever dream that it could feel so right? I never thought that I could find all that I need in life, all I want, all I need. Now I know I found it in you, 'cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of candy-coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy rain. Yeah. That was dedicated to Gabby Gabby and Harmony. May they forever find each other. Or at least let Gabby Gabby find someone else who loves her.
Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have two other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end, and then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.